This episode is brought to you by IACT College.
Welcome to Design. Good evening. I am Vivian Toh. Joining me this evening is Jason Chin, the CEO of IACT College, and Alicia Benoy, the program leader of IACT College. Can you share with us, what do you mean by being job ready? Can a qualification alone be able to make them job ready?
I think actually this is an interesting question. If you look at, the Education Ministry, they have recently released data that we have 175,000 graduates, and 25% of them, after 6 months, are still looking for a job. So it's not about the quantity and the number of graduates that you generate into the marketplace. It's about the quality. So that's what we mean by job ready. You can't go out there and wave a piece of paper and say that, hey, I have a degree or a qualification, a paper qualification. So therefore, I'm good now to do the job. Unless you prepare them, they are not going to be ready by themselves, right? And when I first joined IACT College, for instance, I was actually quite delighted to actually see what was happening in the classrooms, right? Because we do a pedagogy called project-based learning. Mm-hmm. So this is where the students get a brief, and a lot of times they are real live brief, from real clients, who works with the college to fit into the curriculum. And with this brief, they will do the clarification, then they will go out there and do the research. Then they will come. Usually they work as a group, as typically, what happens in an agency and client relationship, right? And with that ideation, then they, of course, this is with a lot of coaching and facilitation, from the lecturers who are, like I said, a mixture of, lecturers and also industrial specialists. And what they will do when they are ready at the end of the, the project, they will go back and present back to the clients who gave them the brief in the first place. So these clients will actually give them feedback, just like real clients out there, right? Whether they think it's a good job, or if it's so good that they may actually implement some of this. So when I saw that, I go like, wow, this is really what we brand people and agency people do out there in real life, So I said, that is exactly what we need to do to get, graduates to be job ready. So can you imagine these graduates when they go out there, day one, they already know how it all works.
Well, having said that, you have the opportunity to assess the potentials of students who are with you at IACT College. Now, which spectrum would you want to be on? Do you think there is really good potential, in terms of being a student? Is there, do they have potentials in this? How do you assess that?
In what context do you mean? Assessing the quality of...
The quality of students, being lecturers and having been in the education line for a long time now, you are able to assess the works of the students, and through real life job experience as well. Okay, let's put it this way. We do know that students have their weaknesses and strengths. Through this process, what do you think that they should improve on further?
I think if you look at the Alicia, I remember, the ministry actually released, 3 critical areas where they feel why a lot of these graduates are not employable, right? Sometimes it's due to lack of technical skills. I think the critical one that they actually brought up is about language proficiency and the ability to articulate, right? Because when you are out there in the real world, unless you are able to say what you mean and mean what you say, it's going to be very difficult, for you to convince people that you can do a job and that you're going to do a great job. So I think this is what we tend to do, right? In part of the process, you actually train your students to present, to be able to articulate. Maybe you want to share a bit more.
Skill of communication. It's true that if you have an idea and you cannot communicate, it's pointless. But even before that, critical thinking is really, really important.